Hey everybody, it's Christina from Creations with Christina. Today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable Halloween card. So let's get started. Alright, we have our big shed out. I'm going to start off doing some die cutting. I'm going to first use my platform plates here with all of the tabs down. I have my acrylic plate. I'm going to be using the Chalk Talk dies, which I'm getting a lot of use out of. That's these framelit dies right here from Stampin' Up. And I picked out the one that I'm going to be using, which is this one right here. And like I said, I've been getting a lot of use out of these awesome dies. There's so many things you could do with them. So I'm lining that up on a piece of black cardstock. We're just going to run that through our big shot. So I'm just going to take some Whisper White ink and I'm going to ink up the edges of my tag here just a little bit, not too much, because most of the cardstock I'm using is more of the very vanilla and not so much Whisper White. So we're just going to ink up these edges just like so. We're going to start off doing some punching now. I'm going to use my hexagon punch. We'll move that to the side to dry. And I've got a whole bunch of different pattern papers here coming from the Halloween designer paper, which is the, what's the name of this paper? Witch's Brew. And we're going to use the hexagon punch and punch out a couple of these shapes. So we're going to do a couple different patterns. This one I'm going to do one in the front side and then we'll do another using the back side. I have my card base, which is this piece right here, and it's cut to be a standard A2 size card, so it's 4 1/4 by 11, and we're going to do a quick score line here at 5 1/2. So we're just going to line this up on here at 5 1/2, bring my score blade up, and we'll score that, fold it in half. And then I took another piece of that pattern paper from Witch's Brew. This black cardstock is 1/4 inch smaller than our card base, so it measures 4 by 5 1/4. And then I cut my pattern paper to be 1/8 inch smaller than my black cardstock. So we're just going to go ahead and adhere that down. And then we'll line this right up onto our black piece of cardstock. And now our tag is going to go right about here. So I want to take some of these pieces that I cut out and we're going to line them up underneath our tag. So we're just going to pick our pattern that we want it to be at. So we're going to do one there, one right on the top, one right next to it, and then one underneath it. So I want this to kind of be over a little bit more. Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and adhere those down. And I'm not so worried our skulls are going in the wrong direction, but that is okay because most of them are going to get covered up by our tag. And we'll put that right underneath here. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of stamping. I'm going to set these two things aside, and you can see how much the white on this has already faded. It's not as bright white as it was before. So I'm going to take some scrap cardstock here that have had on my desk for a while that I've been using for different projects, and we're going to take the stamp set Halloween Bash, which is this one right here. I'm going to use this stamp and this stamp right here. And we are going to stamp out the back layer here. So let me just grab my acrylic block. I'm going to use some Stays-On ink for this one. So I'm going to punch that, or stamp that out rather, not punch it. I'll punch it in a second. We're going to stamp that out there. And then I am going to take my back stamp, move that off there, and we're going to stamp this one twice because we're going to kind of layer it. Actually, we're going to stamp it once. So we're going to stamp that out, and then I'm going to take, I have my large oval punch, and we're going to punch out that middle section of the bat. So I'm just lining it up inside the punch, and we'll punch that out. Then I'll take my decorative label, and we'll line that up and punch that out. Okay, we're going to take a piece of pumpkin pie and the scallop punch, and that scallop punch will actually go in the back of our oval piece that we cut out here. So I'm going to pop that up with a dimensional. We'll center that right onto that scallop piece. Just like that. And then this one will get adhered right down to our decorative label punch. Just like so. Then this will get adhered right to the front of our tag. And then we're going to take some ribbon. This is the natural ribbon. I love this ribbon. I'm getting tons of use out of this ribbon too. And this is going to get tied on into a little knot. So let's cut off a piece here. So we have to kind of work with this a little bit because it has a slit there. So we're going to tie this in a knot, just like so. We want to pull too hard, otherwise it'll pop right through there. We're going to trim our tails off at an angle, and then we will go ahead and adhere this down to our panel piece here. That looks pretty good. And then we'll take this and we'll adhere this, and I think we'll do, my original one I didn't do dimensionals, but this one I think I'm going to do some dimensionals on it. We'll go ahead and center this right onto the front of our card, and that's our card for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see everybody next time.